Alright guys, this is my 5th time. I think that I've fixed the glitch so that I can record this for you guys. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sierra. I am the owner of Holistically Attuned, and I am here to give you guys a live reading on the type of energy to expect for this upcoming week. Now, this reading is not time stamped, so when you come across it, it'll be good for you. That just means that that's when it was meant for you to hear, okay? So I did post this on my Instagram, just the pictures for you guys to take a moment and choose. This was pile 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and find me. It is holistically_attuned. And my website, www.holisticallyattuned.com. You'll be able to find all these beautiful Reiki charged crystals and amulets, Reiki charged candles, spells candles, all that good stuff. So go ahead and check it out if you haven't already, okay? So now's the time to pause the video. If you would like to take a moment to look at the cards. Sorry, let me fix that. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So I guess I paused the video for you, but I think I fixed everything. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and move these cards out the way and start with pile 1. Again, if you have not taken a moment to meditate over your pile or decide which one you wanted, now's the time to pause it, okay? Please bear in mind that these readings are general, so take the information that pertains to you and leave the rest behind. It may not resonate with everybody, and that's okay. If you were drawn to more than one pile, please feel free to pick them both. I would start off with the pile that caught your eye first and then move on to the next pile, okay? Because there may be a message in all of them for you. So this is pile number 1. If you chose this pile, you see it has this beautiful amethyst heart. And when I think of amethyst, I really think of a spiritual intuition, intuitiveness, and either listening to your intuition or the fact that you may not have been listening to your intuition. But let's go ahead and spread our cards and see what we have. This right here is going to be our angel message, and I'm going to sit this here. We'll cover it at the end, okay? Interesting. So the first thing that catches my eye is balance. It's honestly this divine feminine card that's upside down. And this card, it is our energetic frequencies, either what we're putting off or what we're bringing to ourselves, the type of energy that we're manifesting within ourselves. And it is divine feminine. And what this card says is the frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection of all creation. Your divine feminine energy is your source of magic, but it's also your source of chaos, okay? It is your emotions. It is a very divine part of our spirituality, and I just feel like it's such a loving energy, and the fact that this card came out reversed tells me that there may be an issue with balancing your feminine energy and your male energy. And feminine energy is also that understanding of the connectiveness. And that's funny because with the B card, the B represents a community, okay? It represents the greater good, but it also stands for cooperation, hardworking, diligent, kingdom, family. It's a good omen for success and power. And it it's here to remind us of the joy and the purpose that can be found in cooperative work. So when I'm looking at this with this star card, which also represents balance in a sense, it represents basically your wishes being granted, drawing inspiration, a positive future. But it looks like what needs to be balanced in this upcoming week is your ability to work well with others for success. Maybe it's more of a trusting energy, trusting them to let you in. The thing that you want to remember with the bee, even though it is a good omen for success and a love charm, it represents a hard worker and royalty. It also wants to remind you and it asks you, are you really focused on your efforts for success? Is there something within you that needs to take a break? Maybe you've been working so hard like a busy bee and you need to take a break from that and step out to get fresh air. Do you work well with others? I understand you want to be the queen bee and the bee of the hive, but you can't be the bee of every hive is the information that I'm getting. It's the message that I'm getting. You really have to focus on you. You don't need to be the master of every skill, okay? Master your craft and don't worry about everybody else's craft. Master what you're working on and not everybody else. Focus on your hive, so to speak, your kingdom. Focus on what you're building, but not in an isolated sense. The queen bee doesn't work alone. She has a whole hive of bees. You don't need to do everything alone. And that's where I feel like this balance card, this star card is coming in order for you to find that success, okay? Because the star card, she does represent the things that you are trying to manifest coming in. But the water here also reminds me of emotions. And remember I said divine feminine is chaotic energy and it's your emotions. You are standoffish right now. You're at a standoff, and really that war is within yourself. You need to allow other people, and you need to allow other people to help you, and you need to work as a community to build a firm foundation, whatever this is. If it has to do with family, friends, or business, because with the bee here, it's almost like you're destined for success. With the star here, the star is a very positive card. It's like you're destined for success, but you can't get, I was going to say you can't get out of your own way, but I don't know if that's what I want to say. But it was going to come out, so I'll leave it at that. I also feel like you need to expect abundance. This closed off energy means that your masculine energy is dominating. And sometimes with our masculine energy dominating, we don't lead with faith, okay? We don't lead with our intuition. We lead with practicality. Sometimes that glass is half empty instead of half full. The divine feminine energy allows us to really tap into our intuition and our faith and trust in spirit and to guide us to where we're supposed to be. And so I feel like that's where you need to find balance, because I didn't even show you guys this bee card. I'm going to hold it up for you. It says, you are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything that you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. See how beautiful that is? And this part, be open to receiving sweetness. If you're trying to manifest something, you have to be a vibrational match for that. Your frequency has to match whatever you're trying to manifest. So you can't say like you're trying to manifest money and then have a I never have money type of attitude. You need to focus on the energy of what it feels like to have these things that you're trying to manifest in order to make yourself a frequency match, a vibrational match for the things that you're trying to manifest. It's not enough to just say you want certain things. And then again, the energy with the busy bee is you need to focus. And that comes right here with this angel card. This is your angel of abundance card. This is how I'm going to close this out for you guys. But it says focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. That really does fit with balance. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Listen to your intuition. So that is all that I have for group number 1. Again, this was about the energies to expect in the upcoming week. Your main focus, your key highlights are balancing as far as being able to receive help from others, working together to build a firm foundation, but also not spreading yourself thin, trying to be the queen bee and everybody else's high. Focus on your high, focus on your priorities, and find some balance in this feminine masculine energy, in this practicality versus intuition. Okay, so leave a comment. Let me know if that resonated with you guys or if that hit home for you. And then we are going to move on now to pile number 2. Okay, pile number 2 with this very, very, very beautiful bloodstone heart. Oh. And we have face your fears, which we will get into at the end. This is our angel message, and so I'll talk about that at the end. So again, pile 2, this is the energy that you can expect within the next week or so to bring in. And I guess I'll start here with the elephant card because I believe that I just love these cards. And so elephant spirit really represents royalty. It represents longevity. It represents strength, not just on the exterior, but inner strength as well, which I find interesting because this is a strength card. But again, we'll get to that. The elephant, it also represents leadership, power, politics, courage, discernment, memory, and wisdom. When you have the elephant, it helps you to break down barriers to success, whether those are barriers that you're putting up yourself or other people. I mean, the elephant's a really strong animal. It can break down almost anything. He's also a symbol of good luck and prosperity. When the elephant shows up, he's here for a few reasons. It's about seeking truth, I guess I could say, through your wisdom, but also letting go of anything that's petty and in your path so that you can focus on what you really want to work on. This is a take charge energy. This is a, a very leader-like energy, I guess is what I'm really focusing on. And the card reads, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. And I love that love is your strength because we have the heart chakra here with this energy card. And this frequency. However, what we do have right here is the strength card in reverse. And what this card really means is that if it were right side up, I would be telling you to try a different way of approaching certain things, because you'll be destined for success, but maybe go about it in the not so obvious route. Okay. Because it represents overcoming challenges. Oh, interesting, because this is overcoming challenges too, but this represents overcoming challenges. However, the fact that it's reversed lets me know that you're not really open to wanting to compromise within these challenges that are coming up. It's almost like you're not able to see the bigger picture. And not only you're not able to see the bigger picture, but you're not even confident in the decisions that you're making. And because you can't be confident in the decisions that you're making, there is almost a lack of accountability there. There's a lot of blame placing or short-sighted type of energy. And it's like my way or no way. That's the energy that I'm getting here. And it's amazing because that's not leadership energy. It's just the type of energy that you're stuck in right now. And so I would ask, maybe look into your pride a little bit. And also, this is going to require some shadow work and some looking into why you feel you are unable to compromise in whatever this challenge is. Why is it that it's not as easy for you to be receptive or see another person's side of the story? And that's interesting because that goes hand in hand with when I'm talking about the elephant being about letting go of petty stuff and being able to focus. Focus on your intent, focus on what you're doing, focus on your success, lead with your heart maybe, as far as your compassion, not making decisions off of emotions. That's probably why you're unable to compromise, because you're making the decisions off of your emotions. You've got some work to do around your heart chakra, because our heart chakra, it supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. It's loving unconditionally. However, this card in reverse shows conditions. Love is your strength. It's like you're strong arming, in a sense, to get your way, or you're very stubborn and stuck in your ways for some reason. Like if the elephant were to put his foot down, he wouldn't move, because who's going to push him out the way? But does that mean that that's the right way to go? I feel like there's some work on that heart chakra that needs to be done. Either it's closed off or it's very sluggish, because the energy here is, it's very big energy, but it doesn't feel happy. It doesn't feel happy energy. It is almost giving up on something instead of trying to fight through. You got these two cards here telling you that you can fight through and you can be anything and you can be great, but you're being stuck here currently. You're here, like unwilling to move, unwilling to accept accountability. There you go. Be accountable. Be accountable for why you're even where you're at. And that's where the blame placing comes into play with this card in reverse. You want everybody else to think that, or you convince yourself that it is everybody else and not you. And the reality is that people only do to you what you allow. Situations will only occur if you allow them to occur. You can only control how you react. You can't control the environment around you. And you're letting your emotions get the best of you, making you unwilling to want to change, want to be better, want to be a leader. You're almost leaving all this behind as if you don't want it anymore. You've got the strength to break down the barriers. You just don't want to. You want to give up at, I'm trying. But you're not trying like you should be trying. You're trying enough to say that you're trying, if that makes sense. Face your fears. When you're honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. Ooh, and look, green. Does that not go hand in hand? I think it does. Understand that you have a capacity to be great, but you also have a capacity to hit the ground hard should you decide not to move forward with achievement and success. Really pull yourself out of this. Stop being distracted, and take charge of where you're going. And also, I think that it's good to note that and this is probably for somebody very specific. The interesting thing about elephants is that they have a very strong female personality, in the sense that they run together. There's strength in numbers as far as females are concerned. When the male is mature, he moves on and starts his own tribe, so to speak. But the females stay together, and they stay strong together. They build together. They don't work against one another. So if in your next week, if you're having difficulties with females, my advice to you would try to remember that you would work better together than to try to tear apart. I don't know who that part is for, but it is definitely for somebody. So that's where we're at, pile number 2. And just focus on accountability and focus on what you can do for greatness to improve a situation, how you can move past a situation, or take ownership for any part that you played in this situation. And that way, that would show great leadership. You taking accountability for any part that you may have played. That's what a true leader does. And then, I don't know, again, and I put these away, but I'm still talking. I feel like office politics, it's going to take a lot of courage to stand up and say, yes, this is what I did, and it was maybe not the right thing to do, and I apologize, or whatever the case may be. It's going to take a lot of courage to do that, but people will remember you for it. It's going to take a lot for that. And be very mindful that there's some self-reflection that needs to take place. But I think you guys have that. So just be very mindful of those few things. That's not going to resonate with everybody. I can tell you that right now. But for some people, that's going to hit home. So if it did, I would love to know. If it didn't, I would still love to know, okay? So this is pile number 3. And this one is our banded amethyst. Very pretty. So let's see where we're at. That's our angel card for the end. And we will save it for then. Oh, that's a good one. We have the polar bear, 9 of swords, and then alchemy. So right away, whoever this is, you need to trust your magic. Whatever it is, whatever you are trying to create, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to just go for it full throttle, because these are very awesome cards, except for the fact that and even then, so even then with the 9 of swords showing, really it signifies anxiety and fear and things like that. But the fact that it's in reverse, I think that you may be coming out of that. So I'm excited. This is exciting energy for me. Okay, so let me back up with the polar bear. Let's talk about the polar bear because I feel like I haven't seen him since Lisa Frank, right? And the polar bear, he is a very mystical creature. He is known from the shaman community as being able to travel through, different veils to bring back treasures from beyond, from a different world, so to speak. He's very fearless. He's adaptable. He is I keep saying I don't know why, but I'm going to roll with it. He is strength, patience, he is endurance, he is survival. He is the one whose energy is given to those who are definitely facing challenges, or going to be facing challenges. Like, you're not going to lead such an easy path, but with him on your shoulder, on your back, like protecting you, in front of you, helping to clear that path, you are going to overcome every single challenge that comes your way. I just feel like that should be said first of all. But just to coincide with the fact that you will have challenges. But this has got to be the strongest totem to help you survive life's challenges. I guess that's what I want to say. This is also a very psychic card. That's why I say magic. You have alchemy, and then you have this psychic spiritual card here that represents intuition and psychic gifts. God, I'm so excited. Whoever's energy this is that I'm picking up on, I'm very, very excited for you guys. I guess the only thing that I would say, because again, as excited as I am, this came out reverse. And so I feel like you don't trust your intuition enough. You don't give your intuition enough credit, period. You don't do what you know you're supposed to do, okay? The other thing about the polar bear is that he has the wisdom to recognize that there is wealth in rest, long periods of rest. So maybe you work, and then your work gives you all this anxiety. You should be embracing this period where you're like, okay, I need a timeout for me. You're not using your intuition to steer clear of situations either. Ask yourself, because when I'm looking at this reverse, it's time for us to ask ourselves, what part of these positive qualities are we not paying attention to? You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't smell right, if it doesn't look right, are you staying? Are you not walking away? Have you been giving too much of your energy into something else instead of pouring it into yourself? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're focused so much on trying to build with other people. Now, this is a far cry from pile number one, but maybe you've been putting your energy into working so much with other people that you forgot how magical you are by yourself, that you don't need other people. But maybe, just maybe, you are starting to realize that, because again, this Nine of Swords is reversed. So for me, that represents really coming out of this energy of anxiety and fear. This is really coming out of you holding yourself back. It's almost like you're ready to break free. That's his energy, that I feel like, this excitement that something great is right around the corner, and you're just like, you're ready for it. What the card reads is polar bear, mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. Stop ignoring your intuition. Whenever you ignore your intuition, it gives you anxiety. It's almost like these two are definitely going hand in hand. Either you are going to pay attention to your intuition and your psychic abilities, or you're going to ignore them and do, the exact opposite, and then it bites you in the ass, and, you're left crying in the end, or whatever the case may be. Upset, angry. Trust yourself. If you're on this path of trusting yourself, continue to do so. If you have not yet recognized that you are ignoring your own intuition, I am telling you that you are ignoring your intuition, then you need to stop, okay? 8 is a very powerful number. 8 represents karma in a sense. And This is beautiful. It's almost like I'm looking at it and it's almost like you're bringing everything together. Everything is finally coming together. This connectiveness is finally making sense to you. Like you're finally being able to learn how to control your own frequencies, to control your emotions. You're finally stepping into this power and it is beautiful. So it says the frequency of the alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. And I love that it says the ancient knowledge, because this here says that you carry the shaman within. You are definitely an old soul, and sometimes that's even more why you need to listen to your intuition. You just know things. You don't know why you know them, but you know them, and you need to honor that, because that is your spirit telling you something. That is your angels trying to guide you. You need to pay attention. You need to tap into that ability, because right now you're just wasting it. But I do feel for some of you, though, that you are definitely moving into that energy, and it's exciting. I don't know if there's really much to say about that. This is going to be a really exciting week for you, so just keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Let's see. Jealousy is the affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's success inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. I feel like this is more self-doubt. I don't feel like you're truly jealous of anybody. But for some of you, you may and not even recognize it. That why them and not me is a real jealous energy, guys. And it's a negative energy. And you guys need to not put that out there, okay? It should be like, damn, that was fucking dope that they were able to do that. That's what I want to do. And then you start working on that, because you have the magic within. But it's never should be why them and not me, okay? But I also feel like this is self-doubt. It says jealousy, but for some of you, that's manifesting in self-doubt. Oh, look at how they do that. They're so good at that. I don't think that I could ever be that good. Again, though, I feel like that's the energy that we've moved past. But if not, if this is still something that you're focused on, you need to go ahead and let that go. Or, now this one is very specific, guys. Because this part that I'm about to say is not going to resonate with everybody. So let me just say this. You've been having anxieties about somebody that you feel is either a friend or somebody close to you. Somebody that you know. In regards to spending time with them and trying to, bring them in on whatever you're doing. And part of you is saying, something's not right here, but you're ignoring it because that is your friend, family, co-worker, whatever in between. Spirit is telling you that there is some real jealous energy there from them, and you're not crazy, and that you should listen to your intuition, because you're not crazy, and be very reserved with the information that you give out. Be very mindful of the fact that the polar bear likes solitude. He likes to run in solitude because he knows that he can do great things in solitude. This person that you are trying to bring in has a very jealous energy of you, and so you need to be mindful of them. And I don't know who this is for, so please somebody inbox me and let me know, because this is very, very strong. There is somebody out here who's not as happy for you as you think that they should be, and it's somebody that you already have an inkling on. You feel it and then you question it. That's you questioning your intuition, like, why would that even be? Because it just is. It's not for you to try to understand why, because it's the other person's emotions. You can't fix their emotions. You can't control their emotions. But just know that if you need a confirmation, that's there. That was interesting. Aside from that, continue to step into your magic. Move past all this. Don't let this hold you down or give you anxiety. Move past all this, because you're a magical freaking being from the inside out, and you have such great potential to do anything that you want. So yeah, just remember that moving into the next week, okay? All right, pile number 3. That's all for you guys. And now let's hit our very, very last pile. Pile number 4. If you chose pile number 4 with the green aventurine, this is the stone of opportunity. So I'm very interested to see what this is about. You use this in a lot of money workings, and sometimes even for the heart chakra to open it, because again, stone of opportunity. So it can bring in luck, wealth, love, or money. You know, so let's see if that correlates. And you guys are the only pile when I was pulling that 2 spirit messages, angel messages came out at the end. So instead of putting one back, I just decided to keep them both. Okay, so we'll dive into that at the end. All right, pile number 4. I'm sorry. Ooh. Oh, you guys. I'm going to start right here with the Empress card because she stands out to me the most. And generally, the Empress is about sitting back because you've done so much hard work, and it's about, you know, you've planted the seeds, you did the work in the garden, and now you get to sit and watch your crops come in. You know, it's a very abundant card. Interestingly enough, though, it's in reverse, which for me represents stalemate, I guess. Stalemate is what came to mind right now. Not growing. There's no growth there. Slow progress or creative blockages, okay? There's something that is keeping your harvest from growing, which is interesting because backing this, there's definitely prosperity waiting to grow because you have the frog here. And frog energy absolutely represents prosperity, okay? It represents abundance. It represents fertility. The Empress represents fertility too. So for some of you, this could be pertaining to that. Maybe not all of you, but that's 2 fertility cards right there. But being fertile in the sense of maybe a new business growing too, a new adventure. So it represents transformation, adaptability, cleansing. It's that transformation and resurrection. You know, the frog really represents, it's a great totem for people who feel like they are like they don't fit in, I guess, you know, because what it promises you is that you are going to transform out of that shadow energy into and those emotions of unworthiness into feeling beautiful and enhanced self-love. When this card comes, though, the fact that this Empress card is here too, but in reverse, the frog card could represent that it's time for a cleansing, you know, to let go of some things that you're holding on to. And I feel like the things that you're holding on to obviously resonate in your heart chakra. So maybe this is an emotional thing. Whatever you're holding into, it's blocking your blessing. And you need to let go of that so that this prosperity can flow in, because like I said, the frog also can come in to tell us that it's time for a cleansing, but he also wants us to focus as in, did you forget that you are the creator of your own universe? Meaning, if you are stuck in a negative cycle, you have the option to jump right out of it. The frog can leap from pad to pad and move on past something. You're not stuck where you're at unless you're choosing to be stuck where you're at. I feel like there's a lot of root work that needs to be done. Your root chakra area, especially with this coherence card, it's the number 13, which also represents transformation. But you have this root chakra color that's sticking out to me more than even the blue. And then the number 13 also breaks down to the number 4, which again represents your foundation, authority, that type of stuff. I feel like it's at the center of your greatness lies the root chakra, but the heart chakra as well is going to need some work. This frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequencies of the heart. Oh, good job, Sierra. With the frequencies of the mind, for optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. I was saying this in another pile, I don't remember which one, but your vibrational frequency needs to be an energetic match for whatever you were trying to manifest. You cannot say you want to manifest healing energy and happiness and not do anything to get out of where you're stuck at. You It's like you're saying you want something, but you're not doing the work to do it. Everybody's cards, almost everybody's cards, have this kind of message along these lines of not doing what you say you need to do, or being stuck in your own ways. I feel like you are in your own way of success right now, and it's because you can't get past whatever's going on to connect your heart and your mind, what you say you want in your heart with what you are willing to do, or you say you want in your mind, but you don't truly want it in your heart. However it resonates best for you. You're creating your own blockages, and you're going into this deep, dark, shadowy area of negativity and unworthiness, instead of really focusing in on how beautiful you are. And you're getting yourself down, which is sad, because this prosperity card is such a lucky card. Like, it is such a card of abundance and luck and turning into something that is just so beautiful. Like, yes, things are awkward sometimes, but it can be so beautiful if you allow it to grow. But the minute you sense that something is ugly, you shut down, and you cannot do that. You have to go through it. You will never fix anything by trying to stuff it under a rug. You need to go through it. Go through that dark tunnel. Go through it to the light. Like, there is a light at the end. It doesn't stay dark forever. Oh, look at this card. That really represents that too. There's a light at the end. Yeah, you've got this going on, but get through it so that you can reap this abundance that's trying to come in. Stop with this. You have something that's so ready to grow inside of you and sprout and be beautiful, and it's signified by all of this yellow energy. Like, it's abundant. There's gold here, there's everything that you need. You just need to change your attitude about it. Like, change your mindset. Do things with joy in your heart. Do things with happiness. Like, don't change the way you're viewing things, so that you can be an energetic match for what you're trying to bring in. Pull yourself out of that, because you're blocking your own prosperity. You got 2 prosperity cards here, but she won't allow this energy to grow. Look, abundance mindset, and then have the courage to ask for help. But your abundance mindset is in reverse. Which, again, like I was saying, you have to change your mindset. Your energetic frequency has to match the same frequency of what you're trying to manifest. So what this card says is, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something that you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. Stop thinking I'll get there eventually, or this is what I want in the future. Think of it as if you already have it. And then have courage to ask for help and accept help. Get out of your own way and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Are people offering you help and then you're turning it down because you want to do it on your own, or because you don't feel like they're coming from a place? No. It's your perspective. You're turning them down because of your perspective. You're projecting what you think that they feel, instead of taking them at their word for what it is. But anyways, it says asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. You guys just have to change the way you see things, you know, because you've got prosperity coming in. Oh, I realized I didn't even read this to you. The frog prosperity says, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune awaits for you. Let go of whatever's blocking your heart, guys, so that you can be a frequency match for what's going on in your mind, what you're trying to manifest, okay? So that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment. Let me know what resonated with you, what didn't resonate with you. This was fun. So have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy the rest of the week. Bye.